Please welcome Mr. Jay Martin of Flatturf to the stage.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. I love inventing. I love creating. For me, it's as much a hobby as it is a profession. I focused much of my career on developing advanced, engineered, enhanced, bionic-inspired designs ranging from advanced prosthetics, autonomous control systems, man-machine interfaces for NASA, and now SOD. You may wonder what the connection there is. The connection is that I also mentor a number of other innovators in helping them maximize the economic and societal impact of their ideas. In 2012, I met a fellow Oklahoma inventor named Travis Flatt. And Travis has spent his career in the sod industry and knows that industry inside and out. He had been working on developing a more environmentally friendly and cost-effective method of growing sod, but his designs were not yet scalable. He had made some very interesting discoveries in his research lab, which you may recognize here as a ping pong table in his garage. When I met Travis, I realized that he was onto something, and I saw that he had an opportunity to really revolutionize the sod industry through creating some proprietary growing mediums and growing processes. But again, these designs were not scalable. So I began working with Travis and mentoring him on both the entrepreneurial side of his innovation in helping him set up a solid foundation for his company, raise capital, and really have a sustainable future as a company perspective, as well as began co-developing with Travis in developing this technology. We knew that we wanted to develop something that would really provide greater yields of crops, as well as that would be more environmentally friendly. You see, some of the challenges with the sod industry is that they require incredible spans of land. They require very expensive equipment to harvest the sod. And when they harvest the sod, they actually cut the roots, and that really stresses the living plant. It's also a very highly pollutant industry, injecting many tons of herbicides, pesticides, and fertilizers into the environment every year, much of which ends up as runoff into our natural streams and rivers. But one of the main limiting factors in harvesting sod is the necessity to wait for the roots to become strong enough to create that rebar effect within the sod. If any of you have ever picked up a piece of sod and you can feel just the strength of it, that's because the roots have all grown together down into the dirt and created this rebar effect, and that's what gives the sod its strength. The problem, though, is that it takes about 12 months for that root system to become strong enough to be ready to harvest. So the sod industry often puts plastic netting into the sod to help expedite that process. Now, this netting remains in the environment for many, many years and is very harmful to wildlife. In short, the sod industry is really pretty bad for the environment. We're creating a paradigm shift in how sod is grown and harvested. We knew that the technology that we would want to create would have to allow the sod to become much stronger, much faster, and not require plastic netting such as this. We knew we needed a way of allowing the sod to really grow and thrive and be healthy without the need of herbicides and pesticides and chemical-based fertilizers. So we wanted something that would be very environmentally friendly. And we made a discovery. We found a solution. And our solution is bees. We've simply joined seemingly disconnected elements found in nature into an engineered, enhanced, bionic-inspired growing process. By integrating one of the strongest and most efficient structures found in nature, the hexagonal pattern of the honeycomb, into our proprietary growing surface technology, this enhances the structural strength of the sod's root growth patterns. And in essence, what we're doing is we're guiding the roots to grow into systematic hexagonal bundles of woven ropes. Normally, the sod's roots grow in a randomized pattern in the dirt, but if we can force the roots to grow into a pre-designated pattern through our proprietary growing surface, we can create a carpet of sod that is much stronger. It's this structure that actually gives the carpet of sod its inherent strength and ability for us to harvest it so quickly. So now the roots are 100% intact, they're not cut, so they're ready to flourish in their transplanted environment. We can harvest a crop of sod in about 3 weeks compared to 12 months for conventional crops. Our sod technology weighs about a quarter of the weight, or the sod itself weighs about a quarter of the weight of conventional sod. So we are able to put 4 times as much sod onto a truckload, significantly decreasing the transportation costs. We have no herbicides, no pesticides, no chemicals, and no plastic netting. We're completely 100% organic. All we have is roots, leaves, and our proprietary growing medium. And the growing medium is really what allows our sod to flourish and thrive so quickly. You see, we did some experiments here. We decided to see what would happen if we grew some produce with this same growing technology, same growing medium, same growing processes as with the sod. And you can see Travis here holding up some spinach and lettuce and other types of produce. And this produce grew very quickly, in less than half the time of conventional growing practices. Now, our proprietary growing medium is what allows the plants to flourish and to grow so quickly and have really strong root growth. And so, if you take your vitamins in the morning, in essence what we're doing is we're giving the sod its vitamins, but in a completely organic manner. And there we made another discovery. We found a way of integrating conventionally disjoint elements of the natural cycle of life into our growing medium and growing process, making the waste product of one natural process to be the food and energy supply for the other, the sod. We're in the process right now of building out our first test facility, our large-scale test facility and automated growing center. Now, this is located up in Edmond, Oklahoma. And thanks to OCAST and the plant science grant that we were awarded this year, we're continuing to mature this technology. Now, we still have a little bit of work left before it's ready for commercialization, but our results so far are very, very promising. We're continuing to mature the growing surface technology as well as the growing process in order to maximize the yield of crops in a concentrated footprint. See, conventional sod farms grow on large acres of land, but our secret sauce is that we're not growing in large acres of land. We're growing our sod vertically. And by growing the sod vertically, we're able to harvest around 5 acres of sod per month on a 1 acre piece of land. Now, when sod sells for about 35 cents per square foot, and there's 43,560 square feet per acre, times 5 acres per month on a 1 acre piece of land, well, that math gets pretty big pretty quick. And we don't require any expensive machinery or more than one person to run our entire sod farm. Once this technology is further refined and commercialized, our plan is to launch this product nationally through a franchise model, placing sod farms in parking lots in the middle of urban areas with direct access to the end consumer. You see, typically, sod farms sell their sod to sod layers or landscapers who then resell the sod and their services to the end consumer. Laying sod is a lot of work. I don't know if anyone here has done that, but it's very messy, dirty, usually requires crews and forklifts. But because our product is clean, we have no dirt, it's incredibly lightweight. If you just pulled up a piece of carpet off the floor here, it'd weigh about as much as that piece of carpet. And because our sod is grown and harvested just down the street in a parking lot, our end customer also includes the end consumer, not just the sod layer. So in essence, Grandma can now lay her own sod. Thank you very much.